Welcome everybody to Team Popstars Weekly Call. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Dr. Erin. This is Garth.
Hello, everyone.
Coming to you from Reno, Nevada, and welcome. I don't think there's anyone new this week, right? If you're listening to this on the replay, we welcome you to APL Go and the team, and we're so thrilled to help you and enjoy success with you. Lots of exciting things coming our way in APL Go, but we always like to start out our team call with wins and brags. This might be a win that you had, or you might want to brag on someone on the team. This could be you got some no's, you got some yeses, you got some activity, you sent out some samples, whatever it is, you moved out of your comfort zone. We want to hear about it. So who wants to start?
And unmute yourself if you'd like to share first.
I'll start.
Oh,
Yay!
oh,
Catherine, you go.
Catherine.
Thank you. Last week I dropped some drops off, or I did a post on Facebook. I hadn't done one in a while, and I got a customer or a friend to want some drops, so I dropped some off to her. And she's got another lead for me of a girl who's got cancer that she wants to give some to, and then a girl that I gave them to 3-4 months ago after she had surgery on a hip replacement. She's just now starting them, and she started the Relax. And she messaged me the other day and said, oh my gosh, I'm sleeping. I'm going to continue these. She felt great. And then she's also going to give them to her niece who has anxiety and stress. And so she's going to I gave her a whole 2-week supply of Relax. So I'm having some good luck with that. So I was pretty excited. So
That's incredible.
good job.
Catherine, that's incredible. This is how it happens.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome,
And
honey.
all that during quarantine, self-quarantine?
No, that was
Okay.
prior
That was
to
last
self-quarantine. Now I'm quarantined for good. So
It was 4 days ago, I wasn't sure.
yeah, it
Congratulations.
was actually right before. It was actually right before I got my symptoms. That I gave them on Tuesday, and then Friday I got sick. So
Got
Yeah.
it, got it.
Way
All
to
right.
get drops in mouths.
Oh, Lisa's got her hand up.
I know it's been a few weeks, maybe a couple of months. So just kind of really stepping off on just doing it. And so besides what you guys saw on Facebook, where I reached out to the city of Winchester, which was pretty cool. They came back and they're like, oh, awesome idea. And I'm just looking for a place to be warm this winter without being on the open sidewalk. So to do pop-ups in the different storefronts will be fun. The other thing is there's a little farmers market that is down the road. They do bluegrass every Thursday night. And I've been in contact with those, but gone to bluegrass, but also been in contact with the folks over the last several months. And so I just reached out because they're having a what they call a maker's market. It's their first one. I said, hey, got a wood shop, haven't been able to start my creative projects yet. What if I brought some healthy nutritional support drops to this thing? What are you talking about? I said, can I come see you tomorrow? And she's like, by all means. Well, I walk in the door and I'm all ready and I've prepped and everything. And you know, every single time I talk about the drops, tiny bits of information, and then shut up. People are just over the moon about these. It turns out she has immunity problems, thyroid problems, that kind of thing. So she was just stoked and said, here's the application to be a part of the Makers Market. So I'll be there in December. Yeah,
Awesome.
It worked out really great.
Awesome.
Wow, Lisa. Congrats so
Yep.
much. I
Just got to do
Kyle
it.
too.
Just got to go and do it. And I think, yes, we've been talking about this for over a year. You know, whatever the ups and downs are, whatever the things that are holding us back, it just go and do it, and magic happens. So I'm super excited.
Yeah,
Oh.
awesome. That's great, Lisa. Thank you. I think
Oh.
Pamela had her hand up next.
And then Susan.
Yes, I'm going to brag on Miss Sheila Johnson because she is stepping out of her comfort zone in a big way. I don't know if you all were on last week when she did her video testimonial for LSD, aka SLD. But she just continues to push herself past her comfort. She did an online vendor event, and she just did an in-person vendor event in the rain, and she still gave out samples, and she's collecting leads. She always has a question. So I'm just gonna brag on you, Miss Sheila.
Wow, Sheila
That's
Johnson.
awesome.
Thank you, Pamela. Oh my gosh. I hope you took a picture at your vendor event. I want to see you in action. That's fantastic.
Thank you, Pamela. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
So yeah, Susan, and then we'll go to Jano.
So last week I did a Facebook post and I had reeled in 6 fish and sent out 6 samples. And they text me that they got them and that they are starting they started them on Monday. So we're starting it out.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Love it. Love it. Sampling. That's great.
Susan, speaking of fishing, when Linda and Tom joined, Linda goes, I don't even fish, and Jennifer reeled me in. I'm like, that is the funniest line ever.
Yeah.
Yes,
Jano, you have your hands up?
yes. 2 things, quick. I want to give a kudos high five to Pamela. I reached out to her when I could not figure out Canva to get it to Vistaprint because I'm just an ignorant when it comes to Canva, but anyway, she walked me through it like detail, got it done. Thank you so much, Pamela. Just received all my stuff, did not pay the extra shipping because I know that's a hoax. And I'm very excited, but I mistakenly, guys, you know those thank you cards? Well, I got the thank you cards. Somehow I hit another thing and they turned into a smaller postcard with an envelope. So it was just kind of cool. So I'm actually going to use those as like personal thank you notes. So they're small and it's pretty cool.
Nice.
And yeah, the second thing is the vendor event. I do the online. They're going well. And I'm kind of shying away from the couple of them that I've been in there a long time and I feel like it's the same people. So I branched out and it's really nice because they're like, what? What is this? And I did a stop and slide one and this girl writes and goes, I'm a runner. Would this help me? I'm like, sure. So I'm changing up my posts. I'm changing up, making it more curiosity. The algorithms are changing. Facebook is knocking down on a lot of people. So if you have your posts that you're trying to sell, they'll get pushed to the bottom. So I'm learning a lot about stupid social media, but we love social media. But
I love that you're willing. I just love that you're willing. We
yeah,
don't have to like it all, do we? We just
no,
have
I
to be
don't.
able to-
Yeah, I just keep doing it and you keep forging ahead and you just never know.
Oh,
I mean,
thank you.
a couple of people from those events. And so one of my key people are Linda and Tom. So
I know.
yeah.
Thank you, Jano.
But
Hey,
again, thank you, Pamela.
Was anyone this week on the 7-day GoPro challenge? No. Okay. I was on and I just wanted to see if any of you wanted to share what you learned. Anyone else wins or brags? Joby.
Oh, Joby.
I want to brag on Kevin and possibly Anna as well. Although I'm not sure I see Anna on tonight. I was thinking tonight as I was writing this last post about the hurricane, the how moving in we felt like the people between the house is run down and the house is perfect for Christmas at the end in a Hallmark show. It was like totally what we are right now. I'm laughing my butt off. I'm like, that's who we are. And then I realized when I write that post, I had to explain so much because you people who I spend an ungodly amount of time with have never even met me down here. Like, you don't know this is Mama's little house. You don't know why it's called that. It's like, it was so cool to just have that experience of, well, we've been gone a long time, but you don't even know that part of my life. It was just this weirdest, I love these relationships. And then Kevin, probably with the family vacation, I'm assuming Kevin, hauls butt across the ocean. And what's he do? He makes time to go see another colleague from APL Go. And I don't, and Kevin, it's just the coolest thing of, at the end of the day, once you've done this, once the money, once the lifestyle, it's about the people you meet and the choices you make in those relationships. I mean, this is such a supportive community of people who are always for you. And it's a mentor a million years ago said, and it was a $500 company to join that company. He said, I have bought the lifelong lasting friendships that have changed my life for $500. And it was the best $500 I could have ever spent in my life. And you know what, it triggered me to think it wasn't the money. It was his comment about getting into this industry. And so Kevin, you know, you didn't have to do that. I'm sure you're probably having a great time. I don't know, because you just keep sending pictures of salamanders and beach water and things like that. I think you're wearing a pineapple shirt, which is really rude, and having a good
No,
God,
I
is that
think
your
it looks
hotel?
really good on him. I think this
It's a
beach
lemon.
life.
Maybe it's
oh my
lemons.
gosh.
It's lemons. It's lemons. But I mean, I just think it's the cool. It's the epitome of this business is the people we're on Zoom with, and then we get off Zoom and we bounce, you know, down to the Dominican Republic and go hang out with folks we've been on Zoom with. So I just thought that was extra cool. He's
It's
wearing
very
Power
Power
Man.
Man.
Oh my God, Pamela Zimmer, that is freaking hilarious.
That's hysterical. Power! Oh my gosh, he's gonna come home and he's gonna be like, I married a man down in the Dominican Republic. Yesterday he was showing me the beach and there was this like bobbing thing in the water and I'm like, that kind of looks like Kimberly, and it was Kimberly like tossing in the waves.
The waves were knocking her
Oh
around.
my God,
It
it
was
was
kind of funny.
so funny. I'm like, oh my God, that's Kimberly. Anyone else with the winner of brag?
Yeah, I'd like to tell you guys something.
Yeah, Tom.
I reached out to a guy that I worked with when I was in Colorado Springs. I worked for a restoration company. And this guy, he's really, really funny. I love the guy so much. He's a big black guy. His name is Roderick Price. And he always said, the price is right.
Of course he did.
So when I called him, his girlfriend, he didn't answer the phone, but his girlfriend was on the phone and left a message. Hi, this is Peggy and blah, blah, blah. And I just said, well, I'm looking for Roderick Price. The price is right. I worked with him when I was in Colorado Springs, and he called me back within minutes. And I just kind of caught up with him a little bit, you know, how he's doing and all that kind of stuff. He's in Las Vegas, and he works for a convention center. So there's conventions going on all the time. He said he works 12-hour shifts all the time. He said he had one day off in the last month. So I said, well, let me tell you, I got something for you that I think might help you out. I said, Linda and I are in this company called APL Go, and we have these rapid DNA drops. I said, I won't explain everything to you, but I said, I'll send you a video. And I sent them the video with the medical professionals. I know it's an hour and 20 minutes long or 22 minutes long, whatever it is. But I said, you got to watch this. This is the best way for me to explain this to you. Instead of sitting on the phone and trying to explain everything, just watch the video. When you get done watching it, let me know, and I'll send you some samples. So he watched the video. I sent him some samples. He should get them tomorrow. So I sent them, he said he's got arthritis. So I sent them the slide and the stop. And I told him, take a slide and then take a stop after that if you don't get any relief. And I said, I sent them some GTS. I said, it's called Get Strength. That's for energy. So if you're working a 12-hour shift, you could probably use this stuff too. So I sent them 3 6-packs, and I told them to cut them up in singles with a scissors and all that stuff. So I'm anxious to see how it works for him. He should get them tomorrow. And the other one is that we approached our chiropractor up in Green Bay about him getting it into his business, you know, and I sent them the one that Garth did, you know, on introducing the APL Go drops to a business. And he looked at the video, and I think it was 2 weeks ago we went and saw him, and he said that he can't do multi-level marketing. He said the chiropractic board or whatever in Green Bay won't let him do it.
Okay.
But We
Did
gave him some drops. We gave him some Relax and some GTS. And I said, well, did you try those drops? And he said, yeah, he said, but I made a mistake. He said, thought I was taking the GTX, but I took the Relax. He said, I was expecting to get a boost of energy and I felt really, really calm.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I love it. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Way to share. I love that. I
so-
think I found
so-
something that you might like. I think I found something that might help you out. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
I asked him, I said, so, well, we just went and saw him last Thursday. And I said, so are you ready to order some drops for yourself? He said, yeah, I think so. I said, okay, I'll send you a website you can go to. And I said, just go through, you can pick out whatever you want. And, just go for it, So he said, okay, I got the link. Cool. Okay, good. So I don't know if he's ordered anything yet. I haven't checked on it, but
Oh my gosh. Are you guys picking up the beat Tom's putting down? Are you picking up the beat Tom's putting down? So are you ready to order? I mean, so are you ready to take these on a 30-day test drive? Like, whatever you want to say.
Hey,
Like,
what
I
do you-
love it.
What do you call that? Expectant language.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
Or
Yeah.
just, you don't know what you're doing and just say, hey, gonna order? Yeah.
Right. Hey, which ones do you want to order?
Yeah.
Kevin, you said.
So I've got a quick one. Maybe not quick. I'll try. So a lot of us took this training the other week with Michael. I can't remember his last name. Someone help me.
Burnoff.
Sorry. Yes.
Enough.
And one of the things he did, he kind of challenged us to get out of our comfort zone and do something that would possibly push our butt into action. So I'm here on the resort, and we get the opportunity to see some of the other properties, some of the bits of this property. And I had a timeshare. Long story short, they were able to take over the timeshare, and now I'm with Lifestyles. So what they've done is they have set us up in, I'm black, hold on one second. They have set us up in a 7-bedroom home,
Whoa.
Dang it.
right?
Supposed to go.
Right. So
I'm a ticket now, Kevin.
anyway, take a flight, come down. You can stay here for free. And so it has I don't know if you can really see it out there. You can't.
So don't walk into the glass, Kevin.
Right. It comes with its own pool.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Right.
Well, this is wonderful.
So
You suck, Kevin.
Ah,
my
no,
God.
we suck. We didn't go. We didn't go.
what
could've
is that?
gone.
What is that?
You're inspiring us to
Wait a
dream.
minute, What is that? Is that a pool table?
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
It's a
I'm
pool table.
happy for you, Kutu.
Right.
You need to make
Right.
some new friends.
Right.
You need to
Right.
make friends. And a shower.
And a shower, outdoor shower, like totally. You can like really get friends fast. And so
I'm calling Allegiant Air, and I'll be there tomorrow at 3:15.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're coming.
very good. Arrange for your pickup at the airport. And so it's a great place. It's beyond insane. It's probably a little bit outside of what I could have done. I leveraged a little bit, not suggesting everybody leverage their finances. But it's going to push me. And my mother said, I want to come back in March.
Oh.
And I want a flight with the wide seats. So she wants first class.
Oh.
Okay, just tell us the dates and we'll fill up the rooms. Pamela and I will take the room with the double bed.
What am I? Chopped liver?
Oh,
I'll sleep
right.
with you, Garth.
Oh, right. She just said.
Oh, right. Pamela.
Oh, you know what this is?
It's meant too
I
large.
guess
we
I
can
get
rope
the pool
Shambo.
table.
Okay. Okay.
Not fall down the stairs, walk around with the
Hi,
phone.
Kevin.
there.
Okay.
No.
Thank you for sharing, honey.
That is the stairwell to the parking garage for the golf cart that you get the entire week.
Okay. I love it.
Okay,
Oh, I
so
love
I'll
it.
let you go. Just letting you know, even if this is not something that you can do now, imagine as you build your business and APL
Dream.
Go,
Yes, keep
you
dreaming.
can own this.
Building. Keep
Nice.
building. Keep,
Nice, Kevin.
keep getting drops in mouths, and you too can have a 7-bedroom villa with, I love it.
With a golf cart.
really
I
garage.
love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else
Great
have
job,
a
Kevin.
Brag. I love it. I'm so happy for you.
I've got to brag. I'm going to brag on this beautiful lady right here,
Oh,
who is on Frasier Brooks' podcast today. And for those of you that don't know, Frasier Brooks is the #1 social media trainer for network marketing people. And he has a podcast where today you are episode 168. So that gives you an idea of how long he's been doing this. And he attracts very big names in the network marketing space and also identifies up and comers in the network marketing space. And anyways, Aaron and Frasier have become virtual friends. And I say virtual because they haven't met in person yet. He lives in Abu Dhabi, which is where we will go and visit him
Yes,
one
we
day.
will.
But anyways, Aaron did a podcast today and it was absolutely incredible, talking about the psychology of doing network marketing. And
Thank
anyways,
you.
if you haven't had a chance to go listen to it, I definitely recommend you go listen to it because she knocked it out of the park. So congratulations. babe.
thank you, honey. It was such a blessing, Yeah, such a blessing. He liked me. He's like, oh my gosh, can I call you Dr. E? I said, you can call me whatever you want. It was so fun. It was so fun. Well, thank you everyone for sharing your wins and brags. Just a couple announcements, and yeah, why don't we share the screen just so you can kind of see as we go.
Yeah, move that. Oh,
And we'll
why-
just have it open
There
for
we go.
discussion kind of as we go. But I don't know if you've all heard, but the January event for the launch is canceled for now. There was lots of reasons that went into this. It will be pushed out. We don't know exactly when, but probably a couple months later, if not April or May or June. We will let you know the second we know, but canceled for all the right reasons. One of them was we all had a really hard October, meaning the US market. We need to put money in your bank accounts. And so we, more than just having an event, we want you there. We want to be together. We want to have it be something where we are fully launching this. And so let's have a great November, great December with holiday sales, and let's get our new amazing website and all that going up. That's still coming January.
Yep.
So that's still launching. So yeah, it was a really thoughtful leadership decision, and I hope it didn't inconvenience too many of you, but we will go when they tell us to go, and we will all be together and we will have the best time. So
yeah, I think that was probably the most critical thing though, is the new website, new back office is not being delayed. They're keeping the pedal to the metal on that one for January for all of that to be up and running. So we were happy to hear that that was not going to get pushed, just the in-person event. Again, in order to get people's accounts with some money in there so we can all afford to travel and we can all be together.
any questions, you guys, about that? I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So this weekend, we looked, and if we did the math right, we think we did the time zone math right. Both Garth and I put our head together. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific would be when the online event starts, which is kind of great that it's during the day for us. And so Garth, tell them a little bit about this 2-day event, which is the 10-year anniversary of APL Go in Moscow.
Yep.
Our American leaders are going, the Melsums, the Flahertys, Kari and Jenny will be there. Kari's speaking, but tell them a little bit about why we might want to go to this online event.
So it got Aaron and I thinking about this online event, and last time they did one is actually the 9-year event, the 9-year anniversary, that they did a virtual one like this. And first and foremost, what they did a year ago was absolutely amazing. I mean,
They
the
like
technology,
teleported people in holographics. Do you guys remember that? They're like, all of a sudden they were holographically transported.
They
like
really,
Tina and Kelly were all of a sudden on the stage, and it was bizarre.
It was really cool.
It was so cool.
It was like Star Trek.
It was.
Yeah.
It was Star
totally
Trek.
Star Trek.
It
So-
was cool.
Beam them to Moscow. from
Yes, they
Scottsdale.
beamed them.
Kevin, 10 a.m. Pacific time Saturday. So anyways, but one of the things that dawned on us was at that event, they ran a promo, and we all feel pretty confident Sergey's going to run some sort of over the moon, over the top promotion. I mean, it's 10 years, 10-year anniversary, a decade. Now, Here's what they did at the 9-year anniversary. For the people who had an event ticket that they had purchased, meaning the online virtual one, he had set up the promo such that you got like bonus. I don't remember the exact details on it, but I think you didn't have to like get as many points as someone who did not have a ticket. And it came down to the cruise. It was the cruise winning. Instead of, I forget what it was. I think it was like instead of 1,500, you only had to do 1,000, or it was something like that. So I don't know, because Sergey doesn't release the details of these promos until he's on stage. But given his track record, I feel fairly confident saying that people who have an event ticket, who have purchased an event ticket, are more than likely going to get some sort of bonus as it relates to the promotion or to an incentive trip or to something coming up.
I think last year it was 10 points out of the 100 for the cruise. So it was a chunk of points
Yeah,
that you
that's
got
right, yeah.
instantly
It
by
was 10
being there.
points.
Yeah, Joby.
What, Joby?
And I didn't go. I wasn't a cool enough or a smart enough or a visionary enough thinker back then. And man, what, because you all had that 10-point bonus and I was trying to get on that cruise and get my family on the cruise.
Mhm.
I was hustling and hustling. I'm thinking, why didn't I go to that stupid conference?
We didn't know.
We didn't
Because
know.
10 points was monstrous.
Yeah.
You it also
Yeah,
as
it's a big
tax-
number.
You it as a tax write-off, the $49
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a tax write-off. So I
Yeah.
think we're good.
And real quick, it's available online right now in
Yeah.
your back office. If you go to shop, it's in your back office online store.
Another reason to go is they're giving away tons of free
Oh,
prizes, like
yes.
13 iPhones and blah, blah, blah. And who knows, maybe a kettle or an oven if you're lucky. Wink, wink. But they're giving lots of free prizes.
Yeah.
And so we can win.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I like that, Pamela.
We're good.
$49 insurance policy to take advantage of the bonus. I like it.
I love
And
it
like
too.
Aaron mentioned, it is a tax write-off. So save the receipt for your 2021 taxes.
Okay, so if you haven't gone to Business for Home, go to the app, get it on your phone, and you'll go and you'll vote. Right now, there's voting for your favorite company, and we are in second place. You guys, we have a shot at this. If everyone does this, you can only vote once from your phone, from your, apparatus, whatever. But please go vote
And
for our company.
I want to say why that's important to do, because those votes get rolled up into the momentum ranking. And we've been at number 13 for quite a while right now. So what ends up happening is once you break that top 10, people start coming to you interested in the business. So it behooves you as a chance to be able to grow your exposure, grow your marketing, to do a vote on there. It's not just a vote for the sake of, oh, we're having fun and we're just counting up tallies. There's actually a method to the madness of moving up in the ranks of momentum, which then helps your business as well.
Love it. And last announcement. Go ahead, honey.
So Kari Thompson, hopefully some of you have seen this already, but in case you haven't, we just wanted to make sure. So Kari Thompson, real quick history on this. He was approached by Nancy Frasier, who Nancy has been Sergey and Felix's kind of North American gal for the last, coming up on 4 years now. Nancy knew Kari from a while ago from previous network marketing. When they decided they were going to launch North America and Canada, they asked Nancy, who do you know? And Nancy said, I know the exact guy we need. He's had international experience. He's done business in Russia. He's done business in Latin America. He's done business in Southeast Asia. And he knows a lot of people in the US, and his name is Kari Thompson. So Sergey brought Kari Thompson for a little interview. I won't go into all the details on that because Kari's shared it on stage before, and he may do it again at this 10-year anniversary. Anyways, he was our launch coordinator, if you will, for North America. Now, what was happening is with all of the stumbling blocks we've had of going through the jungle of trying to take this to a $1 billion company through all these international markets, is there was a lot of different people reporting to Sergey of different countries doing things differently. And it was getting kind of messy and blah, blah, blah. And Kari knows what needs to be done, but with the title of North American Launch Coordinator, the other countries are like, oh, I don't care, you're the North American Launch Coordinator. So anyways, we had a very frank discussion on corporate director's call. It really weighed heavily on Kari's heart. He called us the next day, said, I couldn't sleep. I'm going to do this thing, or I'm doing this thing. It's going to be announced. Anyways, he called up Sergey and said, Sergey, I need to have power. I need to have a title so that the international community respects me. I need to be moved up in the hierarchy from corporate. So I want people reporting to me. This is what we got to do. And so Kari said, or Sergey said, Kari, I agree. What would you like? And he said, the general manager of international development. So now Kari, goes Sergey and Felix, I guess like Sergey kind of Felix, Kari, Nancy, James, and everyone else. And all the other countries' launch coordinators or country managers also report to Kari. Now, he did not take a salary for this because Kari is a very above the board ethical person, and there can be a lot of issues if someone is in the field and pulling a corporate salary. So Kari said, I do not want a corporate salary. I just want the title, and I just want the power, if you will, that comes from that position so we can make some real changes. So that has been in place now for just over a week. We've already seen a number of changes. In fact, I just happened to be, where was I at? I was in the back office. I was doing something, and I could tell that Kari and James's fingerprints were all over it because it just made so much more sense. I wish I could remember what that was right now, but anyways,
Yay.
very, very powerful news.
Oh, was it?
Go
Was
ahead,
it the
Pamela.
announcement that the back office is going to be offline for a certain amount of time?
No, it was something else where, gosh, what was it? There was something that just flowed so much better than what it did before. And it wasn't the
Because
enrollment process. It was something
Yeah.
else.
I saw that and I was thankful that they gave us that notice
Yeah.
so that we could pass it down. I just thought that was Kari too.
Yeah. Well, Kari and James have been sounding the horn big time that we need to be better communicators with the field. So I think that is indicative of them finally being able to get their paw prints and stuff in the corporate activities.
Awesome. All right. So it starts at 10 a.m. Saturday. How long does it go? No idea. It just goes that day. It's a lot of Russian that you're listening to. We go. We'll
Well,
just
they-
figure it out. But
they do
just
have
get your ticket. I'm not quite sure.
They do have an interpreter, so it will be in English. And we
Yeah.
did give them feedback that last year, the English interpreter's volume needed to be higher than the Russian speaker because it was very hard to
Oh,
hear
gosh.
the English translator. So they got that feedback. So hopefully this year they'll have that worked out.
And then I don't know about Sunday. Yeah. So we'll just have to play it as we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got 5, 6, 7 more minutes. All right. So I wanted to share with you something that Julia Ware shared with me to share with you. If
Do you
you
want me
know
to stop
Julia
sharing?
Ware, sure. If you know
Okay.
Julia Ware, she's under the Malsums on that team. She has a marketing company that she owns, and she's been responsible for helping us have the incredible vendor event booth, swag, and all the things. And she sent me this in the mail, and I wanted to share it with you. It's, I guess, rack cards on a binder of all the drops, but I want you just to see how gorgeous they are. So she said, basically, people have said, if you bring this to a coffee date or a vendor booth, and she goes, if you just give this to the person and they take a look, she goes, they always buy drops. So they're just gorgeous. They're gorgeous, gorgeous. And so if you want one of them, awesome. They are $25. And we can you can go and let Julia know. Yeah, she's going to change the back of it. It's not going to be a congratulations card because that doesn't make any sense. So she's going to change the back of it. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So if you want to order those from Julia Ware, those are available. She also has these really cool APL Go pens, and it says high tech health. It says my name, APL Go, my website text drops to the blah, blah, blah if you want. But here's what I want to tell you about this pen. It's antimicrobial. It's the perfect choice for a hospital, bank, restaurant, and so much more. It's a new spin on a classic pen with antimicrobial properties built into the pen itself. The sanitized additive is mixed into the plastic body of the pen, resulting in the most durable protection. So now we have antimicrobial pens, people.
These pens are smarter than myself.
We didn't want to have them, but we have them. So,
Yes.
I mean,
And
they're
they write
and they're
really nice.
really good. And I'm a pen snob.
She
I
is.
am a pen snob, and they're good pens, and those are really cheap.
Yep.
So that's an option for you too.
One last thing I wanted to say, because Pamela, I don't know if it was Pamela, someone said, at least we don't have to get up at 2 a.m. for the event. Well, the Sunday event may start at like 2 a.m. our time. The reason why I say that is because the event for them is starting Saturday night, which happens to be, again, 10 a.m. Pacific. So if you just kind of figure they're going 4 hours on a Saturday night and they're asleep for 8 or so, that kind of puts it right in the middle of the night for us for a Sunday start. But we'll see what they do. They recognize that they're international and they have to take that into account. So
I want to give you a challenge for this week
Oh.
that we heard about. No, it's fine. That we heard about from Tina Malsum on Super Saturday. And some of you were on and you heard this, but I want you to challenge yourselves to do this. So she basically said something that just blew my mind. Like she's just so practical and direct and smart in how she runs her business. And so what she did, she goes, I just go up to people and I have my vitamins in here in the bag of all the things I used to take. And then I have my candies. And so you might do 4 or 5 because the average human might take 4 or 5. And she'll go up to someone and she'll say, Joby, if the nutritional value was 100% the same, what would you prefer? These horse pills or these delicious candies? And then everyone will say the candies.
Candies.
And then she said, if you know that they're in the health and wellness field, she will say, you can either join me or you can be my competition.
boom.
And I was like, of course
Yeah.
she says that. I mean, because here's the dealio. No one likes these and everyone likes these. And so you could go on Facebook and you could put these in your hand and you could say, you know, if 100%, you could call people and you could text people and say, Kristen, it's Dr. Erin. Can I ask you a quick question? And she's going to say, yes. It's just Sarah. Can I ask you a quick question? That's all you're going to say. Can I ask you a quick question? Okay. I'm doing this little poll. If they were totally the same nutritional value, what would you choose? And you're going to start a conversation. You could do a story with that. You could just do a post. So I watched Sherry Dene right afterwards. She got on story and she's like, let me ask you, would you do this? I'm like, of course Sherry did that because we follow the leader. And like Kelly Vincent said, the people who are successful in this business basically learned their skills in kindergarten. And the number one skill is show and tell. Show and tell. And I'm like, I've heard him say it before, but show and tell. So this is a powerful, powerful visual. And I challenge you all to just do this week. Okay.
Kristen.
So I do have a question on that because I love the visual. However, okay. So let's say I have my multivitamin, my omega-3, my vitamin B, my, whatever, magnesium, whatever it is in this bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody says to me, oh, so which of those do I get my vitamin B from? Or which of those do I get the omega-3 from? Like, I'm thinking, because I know I would ask that. So I know people would ask me that.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know how then to say, this is exactly the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would
It
say,
does.
tell me more, which ones do you take? And then I'll help you figure out which ones these could be replacement for and which ones you might want to continue. So that would start the conversation around the MLS,
Okay.
for example.
And I'm going to point something about this too, Kristen. So if you had this on hand also,
Oh yeah.
and you could say, well, I take vitamin D for X, whatever the case may be, and say, oh, okay, well, that would be alt because look, alt here covers that issue. So it isn't necessarily a 1-to-1, meaning
Okay.
stop your vitamin D because this one has vitamin D. It's you're taking vitamin D because I'm drawing a blank on what the issues are with that one. But anyways,
Energy.
So,
And then
yeah.
what I loved,
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
what I loved, Kristen, too, was this idea that Kelly said of why would we all take the same multivitamin? Our bodies are totally different. And so this gives you a totally customizable experience. So we will customize, and I don't know how many that will be for you because I don't know what your health goals and concerns are, but you will have customized nutrition, so to speak. So I loved that concept also.
Yeah, and Veronica, you did do that with the bottles last week.
Yep.
Okay.
And she's been doing that all summer. The cool thing, and I love Veronica, that worked for you all summer long. I mean, you showed those. I think the thing that struck me, we were pulling out of the embassy suites in Hot Springs, Arkansas, when Tina said, do you want to join me or be my competition? That was the thing. I'm like, So it
I
was,
know.
this thing, was cool, but to me, because I've seen Veronica do that all summer, the concept of, do you want to join me or be my competition? I'm thinking, that's like ballsy.
What
That
Kelly
is like,
said, well, it's
Superwoman,
true, and
you
this is
know?
why, because Kelly said, the thing where we are unique in the marketplace is our absorption. And so you need to know, like, you are my competition for so many reasons, but the number one reason is you can't even come close to my absorption rate. Okay, so
Can't touch this.
You can't come close to absorption when it's
Can't touch this.
So, all right, everyone, we are out of time tonight. Go do your challenge. Thank you so much for joining tonight. It was so good to see you all and hear your stories of how you're growing, and maybe we will see you on the Triumph 10-year anniversary event. So we can't wait. All right.
That's your monkeys.
Bye, everybody.
Say that again, Lisa.
Does that make us your monkeys?
Oh, no.
no, you're my leaders. Leaders.
We are all our own. What's the lead guy called at the circus?
Ringmaster.
Ringmaster. Yes.
Ringmaster.
Thank you.
We are our own ringmasters. Nicely done, Garth.
We are
All right. I don't know about you, but it's almost book time.
I'm
Sheila,
happily a
you and
monkey.
me, girlfriend.
What, Kevin?
I'm okay with being a monkey.
Okay, because you've
Okay.
been drinking, Kevin. Okay,
You know,
bye. Oh my
monkeys-
gosh.
No, monkeys,
Bye.
monkeys are